Well, today I'm just walking around a forest near my house, seeing if anything's moving after this last little cold front. Finally got our first herp of the day, and it's a little three-toed box turtle. Oh, don't do it, buddy. You're okay, I'm not gonna hurt you. A little male. Looks pretty old. Maybe just a little muddy. See those red eyes? Not the prettiest of box turtles, but I definitely like them. That's a good sign they're out moving, though. Hopefully some snakes will be out too. All right, little man, I'm gonna leave you alone. I just found this smallmouth salamander under this log right there, right down the road from my house, and I'm super excited. This is a salamander I've been looking for like 7 years in the area where I live and have never seen one. I've found them elsewhere in places you wouldn't really expect them to be, but this is definitely special for me because I was starting to think they didn't exist anywhere near my house. But this proves they do. So cool. All right, well, I'm gonna put this guy back and keep searching. Let's find some snakes now. Come on. All right, we got our second box turtle of the day. I originally thought this was a little male, but those eyes look like a lady's eyes. But that head is just so red. Such a pretty turtle. Well, about 15 feet up in that tree, we have a green anole. Big, healthy looking male. Which is good to see because this place is surrounded with brown anoles that have taken over most of the area. You got him a nice little meal up there. And just about 30 feet away from that green anole, we have a big male brown anole. You can see these guys much stockier. He's probably not as long as that green, but he's definitely stocky. I actually think that may be a female too. Another brown anole, light colored female. You see, much different looking than the previous ones. Oh, I swear you could drop these things off in Antarctica and they would thrive. They just seem to do well everywhere. Here's a close-up look at one of these little brown anoles. They do have a pretty dewlap, but that's about it. Yeah, you show it, buddy. Well, here, as you can see, we have a little baby alligator in the distance. Hunting, I guess? It's kind of funny seeing them flop out of the water like that. Do it again, buddy. Maybe you got something. Nope, there's another one right there. Sun's out, they're all nice and warmed up. I don't know where Mama is. I'm sure she's not too far off. And then right here, where'd he go? There he is, big old bullfrog. You might hear some calling in the distance. They've been pretty active today. There he is. Always fun observing alligators in the wild. Well, I still can't find the mom, but got a little closer to another baby, along with a bushel of turtles. I actually don't know what you call a group of turtles. Somebody comment and let me know. Yeah, the babies are pretty well spread out now. They've been pretty close together for the last 2 months or so. But now they are starting to explore the swamp. Frog. Another frog. And yet another frog. Here's our third box turtle. Seems to be a little shy. Oh, okay. Come on out. This one's a little smaller than the other two. And the shell is much lighter in color. What are you doing, little one? Come say hi. No? You don't like people? Alright, well, we've already seen two, so. So it's the next day. I came back to the same place. I'm on a different trail. Probably about 1.5 miles in. Out of this 3.5 mile loop. Got a little Gulf Coast ribbon snake here. Looks like a healthy one. First snake of the day. Check this out. We got a baby snapping turtle. Look at that. That is super neat. Wow. Too cool. Wish I could get to him, but he's a little too far out there. Oh, definitely a snake. What are you? Of course you're a little cottonmouth. First snake of the night is a little cottonmouth. Not the prettiest of snakes. At least not this particular one. But still cool to see. It's a good first snake of the night. So this is a first for me. It's a little Gulf crayfish snake. Now, I have caught the Graham's crayfish snake before, but never the Gulf, which is crazy because I grew up on the Gulf. But I always seem to run into the Grahams. So, pretty cool. See, it lacks the cream on the side. But it's still got the... Oh, look at that. That's neat. Cool. Well, I'm pretty happy about this one. Alright, for the last snake of the Southeast Texas, Houston area video, I have a little baby plain-bellied water snake. These guys are pretty common. I see a lot of adults, but I don't get to see very many babies, so it's always neat finding one. They look completely different than the adults, that's for sure. Actually looks pretty as a baby. They get much darker and lose that color as they get older. But just as the sun is set on me today, it shall also set on this video. And this will be the last star.